And you can teach me anyway.
Sounds like it. Love those earrings.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get your mind thinking first.
Okay.
Okay, which part of your voice do you want to start first on? Low, mid, or high?
Let's start on mid.
Okay. Do you want low, mid, or passaggio?
Passaggio.
Passaggio. Okay. Good. And I started you slightly below, just 2 half steps below the passaggio. So just keep in mind there's a little bit of, it's a double transition there.
Okay.
Passaggio, great. Lower part just needs a little bit, like, a more relaxed pucker.
Okay.
Good, good. Now you can put a little bit more pucker, but only in the corners of your mouth.
On the lower
On the
note?
lower, just
Okay.
a little bit, but
Okay.
not as much as the passaggio.
Okay.
There, you found it at the end. You had to find the balance, right? Do that again. Yeah, see if you can start on. Your passaggio sounding so good. Oh my gosh. You sound like 20 years younger. I'm kidding. Or more. Good. Now remember, as we get higher, we don't want to. That's further. You can get away with that sound. But as you go up, we'll keep making it so you're more flexible.
Okay.
Higher and be able to get higher.
Okay.
So it's acceptable sound, but I recommend not doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good. That was in between what I did and what you did.
Okay.
And that was really
Okay.
good. Keep it there. Good. Good. And do you know why that transition's a little harder for you right now? You're doing great. You're doing a good job of it. But it's because right here, you all of a sudden are placing it really dark, and then you're coming and sliding it forward. So it sounds good. It's very talented to do that. But
not
for
what we
this
wanna
E,
do.
I would probably keep it a little, at least a bit centered. Good, but now let this go forward. There, you found it. Good. We're getting really close to the next register. Just keep that in mind. So that means bigger changes on the top.
Okay.
We do that again. Good. Now I want you to look in the mirror and do that again. That looked really good. That sounded really good. Especially on my favorite was the way down. Why do you think that my favorite is the way down? Based on what you saw in the
I
mirror.
don't know. Can I take my shoes off?
Yeah, absolutely. Get comfy. Get comfy.
Ah.
You gotta be comfortable in your voice lessons.
Okay.
Again? It's okay. Keep it more bright on the top. That one's my favorite, especially on the way down. Why do you think that is? Pay
I don't know.
attention to your what's happening to your lips on the way up for your E vowel versus on the way down. Specifically, pay attention to your E vowel. What's the difference between your first one and your second one?
I don't know. Are my lips open more?
It's more puckered.
More puckered?
Because you're in your passaggio. Passaggio puckered. Always think that.
Mhm.
This one, it's just barely, but for your passaggio, passaggio is puckered.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And so, even your E needs to be a lot more rounded than a normal E
Okay.
in classical.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mhm.
Real quick, sorry. Can I steal you later today?
Yes. Yes. I'm gonna be done with her in about an hour. Well, less than almost an hour, but
Okay.
yeah. Do you want to come find me in an hour?
Yes, I've got a date later. / I have to pick up my lady's mom at 6.
Okay.
But between
So in an hour works.
in
Okay,
an hour.
let's do it in an hour.
Yeah.
See you in an hour.
Alright.
Okay.
puckering makes it naturally dark, but then it's encouraging you to be even darker than you have to be, and it's losing your flexibility. So keep it forward on the E. Good. Now don't darken this note, or keep it bright. Good. Now do bright plus rounded. Yeah, and the more relaxed you can be here, the better. Just remember, tongue-wise, to keep it more forward,
Okay.
and then the puckered lips. It's getting there. Good. That's really good. Now just get slightly brighter. My ear preference is on the bright side, so
Okay.
a little brighter.
Okay.
Yeah, right there. Do you feel how much more resonance that brought you?
Mhm.
You hear that resonance?
Mhm.
It's so cool. You're
Okay.
getting that resonance.
Okay.
Dude, your second E on the way down is so good. It's the way up when you start your E. For some reason, you're going... starting a little bit too wide,
Okay.
or you'll start with the pucker, but then you'll start too far back. You're alternating between problems there.
Okay.
So just keep it forward and puckered. That's one way to do it. Yeah.
That's one way to do it.
Like it worked perfectly, but even without exaggerating to that level, you can still achieve the same thing. And this part, perfect. This lip, like way down. You can do that. It sounded good, but it doesn't have to be as down to get the same result.
Okay. Okay.
That was good. Now do yai. Good. And the confusion there is you want to go E, right? E-ah. But it's actually ah,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
you're modulated.
Okay.
See, that fixed all the problems. Just thinking of the actual vowel, how it's even though you're trying to say E,
Mhm.
it's more of a IH almost there.
Okay.
That fixed the vowel.
Okay.
Perfect. But yeah, we could keep going higher. So we did the passaggio, but I wanted to go just barely into your head voice and start just barely below. So you could also work on the transition, those two transitions, and you
Mhm.
did beautifully.
Okay. Yeah, I need the transition work probably.
Yeah. Do you want to go back down and practice
Yeah.
the transition again as we go back down? So you're already warmed up for here. So I'm gonna skip even just a little bit more and go just into your passaggio.
Okay.
Just passaggio whole way.
What are we
Passaggio,
doing?
it means pucker.
Okay.
Okay. What doesn't
So
mean
what are we
that, but-
doing? Just
So
Just
I would
singing
just
one note?
yeah, just E-I, same thing.
okay.
Good. Now relax all this.
Okay.
Good. Now near passaggio, pucker here, but keep this loose. Good. You did exactly what I told you, but you also did what I visually told you, which was, which I directed my hand to the back of my mouth, so you've made it really dark. So you followed my two verbal instructions, but you also followed my visual, which actually was incorrect. We wanted
Okay,
it
what are
more
we
forward.
doing?
Oh no.
I don't want to update now. Are you kidding? Come on. Okay, we're still
Okay.
going. Okay.
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 So visually,
so-
visually here still.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, nice. Yeah, you fixed on the way down, but why do you think it was a little bit rough on the way up for this starting note?
I don't know.
It's because you're going out of your passaggio range into a new range.
Oh, okay.
So you need to think of you start, it's only a barely, but it's enough where you need to think of the adjustments you need to make there.
Okay.
So what are the adjustments between the passaggio and the low mid?
Maybe less pucker and more relaxed.
Hmm?
Is that it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you have to remember the pucker on the way up. Good job. Nice. Good. Good. Now try to give me a more relaxed ah on the top. That sounds good, but now let me just make it more relaxed.
Okay.
Ah. Good job. So the relaxed, and but we're also getting lower, so it gets even more relaxed, right? And then on this top note, it's not to the high end of the passaggio, so it's not right. It's just it's a little bit in, not as much because we're now in like 3 more notes. I'll be even out of passaggio range, even on the top.
Okay.
So
Okay,
start
not so much.
start trying to learn how to feel through that.
Okay.
Good. Like kind of more relaxed. Ah, sigh. Yeah. Yeah, so it's just a little bit of tension in the corners instead of a lot like we were doing when we were hardcore in the passaggio. Nice. Now, just so you can have a second witness, go ahead and feel your throat.
Okay.
Feel the throat, actual throat, not the chest, throat.
Okay.
See how that? Please, it was bright enough, but the sun turned down.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
I'm kind of in the dark.
There we go.
Thank you.
We're not reading anything, but light's good. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Okay. So what am I feeling for?
Do you feel when the vibration was there on the first and the last note, both of the E's?
And not on the top note?
Yeah, it's or very minimal.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but do your real ah. Good. Keep it nice and relaxed on here. Yeah, where you struggle with your E relaxing is on the first note. Sometimes you forget to keep it relaxed or just keep it in the shape without tensing too much.
Okay.
And so we've been fixing it, but I just want you to be aware
Okay.
that's been happening.
Okay.
So your second one is always better because for whatever reason on the way down you're just like, ah. Start on
Okay.
Okay. Nice. Good, and I like that the support you're giving it, how you're lessening it, but you're still having it. That's really good. Good. We even started going into your chest voice without us realizing that we were doing that. So, that was really good. But did you feel those 3? Are you getting more comfortable now with that?
I'm starting to recognize them more and be able to fix it a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the difference
Okay.
between the getting into the passaggio and to the head? What are some of the changes you had to make there?
Make sure I keep it forward and
Mhm.
pucker more and open more.
And then it's more dramatic on the way up, right, on the higher end, and less dramatic on the way down, but it's still dramatic enough where it's not like the low mid, right?
Mhm.
Okay, what about the yeah, okay. And what about the low mid to the chest? I mean, low mid to the, passaggio to the low mid.
Okay. Less puckering, a little more relaxed.
Yeah, technically that's correct. So, but that you could also say that from going from the head voice to the passaggio, right?
Yes.
Less puckering and a little more relaxed.
Yes.
I'd almost say next to no puckering on this part, on the low mid.
Okay.
Unless you're singing a classical piece, then you can add. They do tend to like the extra English shaping.
Okay.
So in that case, you would probably keep a little bit more of the passaggio, but naturally it doesn't need it.
Okay.
It only barely, like just it's like the bears versus this passaggio for sure needs it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Otherwise, you just don't get that resonance. So okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
So yeah, just if you could like quiz yourself on that, and just so you can just shoot out those answers when I ask. Like if I were to say, okay, well then what's the difference between going from your low mid to your head voice, skipping the passaggio?
Well, a lot more open and a lot more pucker,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Versus,
Versus less pucker and more relaxed.
I'd say next to no pucker, and a lot more relaxed.
A lot more relaxed. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So let's try it then. Let's go from our low mid, our highest low mid note, up to our first, basically, right at the top, of the very bottom of our head voice. So this G to G is really hard for females. We hate it because of this reason. But let's go ahead and go. Okay. There on the way down, I liked it better. Good. Start on E. Okay. Now put just a hint because we're at the top end, right?
Okay.
So it's almost beside you. So there is you're gonna
Some
feel
pucker,
this a
okay.
little bit more, just
Okay.
barely.
Okay.
Almost none.
Okay.
Good. Now make that back. The back of the tongue needs to yeah.
Yeah,
It modulates. It goes from E to ah. There's one modulation, E to ah, right? Just say E ah E ah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good. Now with clarity. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, with the resonance, right? Now there's the right where we also have to make a. By the time if I was doing E, I'd go E. That's how I get my E to E sounding good. I have to say it kind of modulate to almost but not quite on the top. If it was doing but we're doing luckily. But so there's two modulations happening at the same time.
Okay.
That we just do naturally without having to think so hard. So just remember because of that, at the top and all the way down, relaxed. But just a teeny bit darker since it's on the high end of that part of your range.
Okay.
You almost had it. You just had to completely let go on the top note. That was almost perfectly placed. Good. Your support was just slightly too much on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Good. You didn't get your support up fast enough on that,
Okay.
for that.
Okay.
Good. Now, because your support's there fast enough, now just relax back here.
Okay.
You almost had it. But then you switched location all of a sudden. Shifted gear there. Yes, on the way up you did it. On the way down we checked out a little bit.
Okay.
Now you do that again. Good. Now just make it brighter. Not the bottom note. The bottom note's perfect.
Okay.
Good. Now smooth.
Okay.
Good. Now don't be afraid to slide. Every note, every half step, every in between is a love on the way up.
Okay.
Good. So what I can hear is there's a couple places along the way where the voice wants to pull back into another placement. Let it do that merger from top to bottom. It got smoother though. That was your smoothest time so far.
Okay.
Do it again.
Okay.
Good. That was your best yet. And so extra trick. Remember how I said there's those two modulations? That means you need to think rubber band status of what's happening. Your vowel's going. Do you see that? So there's the mouth adjustment, which is
Is that what it's supposed to be doing, or that's what it's doing that it's not supposed to be doing?
it's supposed to be doing. This.
Okay. Okay.
So it's supposed to be doing like that relaxed face, you know. But slightly less relaxed because it's at the top, right? But only barely. Like
Okay.
people can't see it hardly. So and the back of your mouth is going. Okay? That will make it the smoothest. Your turn, jump alone.
Okay.
Good. Now add better breath and breathing to it because that'll help with it. But that was good.
Okay.
It's getting better, but do you see how there's two developments that you have to do on the way up?
Mhm.
There's that and making sure that it's forward enough. Yeah.
Okay.
Again. Yeah, that was really good. That one big crack, what happened is between E and ah, you're going from a very bright vowel to the one of the darkest vowels.
Uh-huh.
So your voice wants to naturally put it way back instead of and keeping it forward. So that's what that was. It right there at that point in your voice, it wanted to go back here instead of forward.
Okay.
But keep it forward.
Okay.
Good, you're overcoming it. Now you can darken your E just a little bit on the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, and as you start getting to the upper half, think keep forward, keep forward, keep forward. Yeah. Less bright here.
Okay.
Three times in a row. There, you fixed that. Okay, 3 times with the brighter ah,
Okay.
but not brighter E.
Okay.
I understand you have to breathe, so that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, stop it and listen to it. The last few, because they're getting you a lot smoother.